So first of all, we need to say one or two things about breathing. And it is a fact of life on planet Earth that most people are not hardly breathing at all. And of course this stops your brain from working. And not only does it stop your brain from working, it also triggers the energy of fear. This fear is programmed in your cellular structure. So living in an environment with a lack of oxygen and not breathing properly makes things even more intense. So we'd ask you, while you're doing these meditations, to breathe properly, and how to do this is to make sure that you fill your lungs with air and fill them to the bottom and to the top. So breathe from your diaphragm, and when you breathe out, make sure that you clear all the air from your lungs as well, and then draw in a fresh supply. Now, you should know a few things, that there's a distinct lack of oxygen in the atmosphere on planet Earth. This makes the process of breathing even more difficult for people. And you may notice how prevalent the energy of fear is upon the planet, in the minds and hearts of so many. This energy of fear of lack, and fear of others, fear of others' philosophy or ways of life. And of course, this fear is the basis of much of the struggle, or even all of the struggle, that is manifest in the third dimension of reality upon our planet Earth. And as you're in fear in your heart and in fear in your mind, and you struggle with yourself, and you judge others, this struggle manifests outside of you. So you may say, I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for war. I'm not responsible for famine, and not responsible for the other, shall we say, strife and stresses on planet Earth. But in fact, each and every one of us, as a human being, is responsible. We've created it through our own internal struggles. So how do we get out of this internal struggle? How do we get away from this energy of fear, judgment, self-disempowerment, and the disempowerment of others? We move in to a way of living along with an energy that we know as love without conditions. This divine love that flows from the heart of Source. This love which is the perfection of creation. Us as humans, we can live in this perfection, and we can understand this perfection if we allow ourselves to. And if we allow ourselves to understand a very simple thing, that we're actually perfect now. It is only through fear and judgment and self-disempowerment do we not realize our divine perfection in every moment. So we ask you to breathe deeply, and we're going to take you through a spoken meditation. And the first thing to know about this is, do not struggle with the meditation. Yes, as we go through the meditation, we will use the words see, feel, allow, imagine, or visualize. And if you find it difficult to see or feel or imagine or visualize things, don't struggle with it. Don't continuously try and bring yourself back to exactly follow the words that are being spoken to you. The meditation works because encoded in the words is energy. So you, as a person following this meditation, need to do absolutely nothing except allow yourself to take another step forward into freedom. So close your eyes and breathe deeply. We're going to do this procedure in accordance with the will of your I Am Presence, your own I Am Presence, your personal source, and also in accordance with divine will. So in fact, we can only proceed in association with the will of your I Am Presence. We don't have permission to override this. So this means that sometimes the clearances are not 100%. Your I Am Presence may think or may want certain things to stay in place because they're creating a learning process or it considers is useful. So just close your eyes, and first of all we're going to work on the multidimensional bodies and to clear energies, entities and implants. Of course these implants are often create emotion in humans when this subject is spoken of because of the human idea that they're victims and they are disempowered. But in fact 99.9% and even more than that of implants are actually self-generated through your thought processes and your internal struggles. So just be easy and relax and breathe. So first of all we're going to call upon the source of creation. And some people call this God, some people say Mother, Father, God. In this case we will use the word source. So we're also going to call upon your I Am Presence. We're also going to call upon a team of multidimensional helpers to aid us in these clearances. When I call upon these multidimensional helpers, they will also come into your space as you listen to this meditation and will work with you on the clearances. Again, I remind you, in accordance with divine will and the will of your own I Am Presence. So first of all I'm going to give notice to these entities or these beings which we call androgynous beings, which may be sharing your physical body. It is a fact of human life in this dimensional reality that more or less every human is sharing their body with other energies and other entities. And these androgynous beings are ones which you may have made a contract with before you incarnated, and at the time the contract seemed like a good idea. But it is now time for all humans to be in charge of their own energy system, to be in charge of their own creation, to be in charge of creating and co-creating a reality that is not based on fear. So we give notice to these androgynous beings, and at the same time I call upon a group of angels and archangels so that they may help or aid these energies to move throughout reality to a place that is suitable for them to live. They're not forced into going anywhere, but the road to freedom is pointed out to them, and they have the choice whether they wish to take this road. It is the same for them as it is for all of us as human beings, a free choice. So as we remove these entities, as we take them from your body, you may feel some sensations. If you do, it is quite normal. You may not feel any sensations, and if you don't, that is also quite normal. So in association with the angels and archangels, they also call upon the galactic being of transformation. This galactic being will also aid in the transformation of these energies, these entities. So, now androgynous beings, we give you notice that it is time for you to leave. So we give you a few moments just to prepare yourself for the changes that are standing in front of you. You may find it helpful if you call upon the goddess of change, because she is here to aid us all in the changes that we choose to make. So we remove these androgynous beings now, and when I make the breathing sound, that is the time that they move. So we remove them now. Now I call upon a radiation of the divine love, of this divine love without conditions from the heart of Source. Of course, this energy is also divine light. So we bring this divine love and this divine light into the empty spaces created by the removal of these beings. We bless these beings as they begin their journey into their new lives. So now we give notice to these beings that we call twin souls. For it is true that many humans are sharing a body with other aspects of their own self, their own divine self. And again, this is by contract and agreement, but now, in general, the I Am Presence of all ones that are incarnate in this reality agree that it is much better. One entity, one body, or shall we say, one aspect or one extension in one body. For this alleviates the feelings of, I think I'd want to do this, and then the next feeling of, no, it would be better if I do something different, or if I do that. Or maybe the fight in your head of, I want to be free, no, I'm afraid. These kind of things. So we give notice to the twin souls. Give you time to prepare yourselves for the movement away from this physical body. Maybe a reunion with your divine source, your I Am. maybe an incarnation in another physical body, or in another place in time and space even. So in association with the will of your I Am Presence, we now remove the twin souls. And again we bring in this divine light and this divine love into the empty spaces. The departure of this other aspect of your I Am Presence will certainly aid you on your road to freedom, help you to become more focused upon your individual path to freedom. So now we're going to start checking through your physical bodies for any multidimensional ties, or you could even call them multidimensional wormholes. These ties are often created through the chakras, or even through the meridian points in the human body. These ties can go to any other dimensional reality. They can even go into other places in time and space, into parallel universes or parallel realities. And it's through these ties that often your energy is taken from you. Your energy is completely in some ways sucked away from you, so you are always feeling as though you don't have the energy, you don't have the sparkle, and you don't have the connection to the divine that you think you should have. Of course you do have the connection to the divine. It is through the illusion of duality and the illusion of separation that you think you don't have it. And in conjunction with this energy train, there can be sometimes a degree of difficulty in holding your focus in the divine love. So now I ask the teams to start checking through your physical body, your etheric body, your auras, for any of these multidimensional ties. You may also at this time, if you wish, focus your attention inside yourself, allow your mind to wander inwards. You can also look through your own body. You may be able to see these ties into the other realities. You may just see patches of dark energy. Of course, you may think that you're not capable of seeing anything, but that's also perfect. Just allow. So now we're going to cut these ties, and we cut them now. And as we cut these ties again, call upon a full and open radiation of the divine love and the divine light. So this divine love and this divine light may start to fill up the emptiness in your cellular structure, the emptiness in your aura, the emptiness in your etheric bodies, multidimensional bodies. Divine light shining bright. The divine love opening your heart. As your heart opens, your connection with the One builds and builds and builds in a conscious way. So now we look to what many people call implants. This word often brings emotion and fear into the mind of human beings. It brings emotion and fear for a very simple reason, that many humans are programmed to believe that they are victims of something, that they are victims of so-called brothers and sisters of the darkness, and they have themselves no control over their destiny, no control over their path. It is pure third-dimensional illusion, this programming, but nevertheless it is very strong in the collective consciousness, in the cellular memory also of humans. We would like to inform you that 99.99999% and more of these implants are self-generated through your thought processes. Thoughts are true, real, living things. They have energy. We create through thought. We create reality, our own reality, through our thought processes and the affirmations through which we speak. And when you continuously think disempowering thoughts, these thoughts are based on fear. They manifest in anger, jealousy, and other aspects of disempowerment of the self. These thoughts crystallize into more solid energy. They block your energy system, both in your multidimensional bodies and in your physical body. Sometimes they're seen as darkness in the dark, crystalline things in the chakras. Many humans have them in the throat chakra. They're afraid to speak. They're afraid to speak about their love. They're afraid to speak about reality. This creates these dark, crystallized energies that hold you back. But it is not only in the throat chakra, often in the heart chakra, often in the lower chakras. It brings confusion to the mind, and a denial of responsibility for the creation of your own reality and collective reality. So I ask the implant removal team, in association with the will of your I Am Presence, to now start checking through your energy system, your multidimensional bodies, for it is possible for these implants to exist as far as the 8th level of reality, or the 8th dimension. So I ask them to start checking now. I call upon the angels and the archangels of divine light, the galactic being, to aid in the reprocessing of these crystallized thought forms, the reprocessing of them into divine light. So we remove these implants now. And we spend a few moments just allowing the transmutation of these energies, these blockages. And again, we call upon a full and open radiation of the divine light and the divine love without conditions. And this divine light flows into these spaces left by the removal of these crystallized thoughts. So now we move on to what I would call the core fear matrix. The core fear matrix is also a crystalline substance. And remember that you as a human being are crystalline, or in fact the whole of creation is crystalline. It doesn't matter what level of vibration it is, or should we say what dimensional reality it exists in, whether it is liquid, gas, or apparently solid. All is crystalline. So this core fear matrix is a crystalline matrix which goes through the torso of your body. It vibrates to the energy of fear. Another, shall we say, piece of equipment which helps to hold you in this fear. The fear of change. The fear of standing in your own power. The fear of self-realization. The fear of criticism. The fear of appearing different from the people around you. This crystalline core fear matrix fulfills all those things, keep you vibrating on the energy of fear. So now I ask you just to ask yourself a very simple question. Am I willing to take responsibility? Responsibility for my own creation, and responsibility for the co-creation of reality in this dimension? Or am I going to continue to be blinded by this fear and stay within it? Some, of course, would prefer to stay within the fear because they know it, and anything outside of it is unknown. So they would sooner stay within the confines of fear than step out into the energy of freedom and responsibility. So ask yourself now, am I willing to move forward? Am I willing to be free? Or am I going to continue to live in the energy of victim consciousness? We will give you a few moments to think this through. So if you have made the choice that at least you will take the first step, for remember, all great journeys start with the first step. If you do not pick up your foot to take the first step, you will go nowhere. You will stay where you are. It is a fact of life. And always as we take the first step on a long journey, on a road along which we are not familiar with the landmarks, sometimes there is apprehension. Sometimes we wonder, will we make it to our destination? It is a human tendency. I would advise you to pick up your foot, to take the first step, and to just allow a small affirmation or mantra to run through your mind. I am now willing to be free. I am freedom. I am that I am. This creates an energetic environment which will help you to allow, help you to understand that as a human being, you are a free person. Free from what? Well, we just remind you once more. Free from fear and the idea that you are a victim of the universe. So let us start to dismantle this core fear matrix. I bring an expanded radiation of the divine love. Feel it in your true heart chakra, your thymus gland. Feel this love opening your thymus gland, activating it. This crystalline palace of love starting to vibrate with the energy of the divine source. Start to feel the freedom and accept it. The core fear matrix begins to transmute into divine light and divine love, taking with it all the programmed fear in your consciousness. And we remove it, the remains of it now. Affirm now that you accept your freedom. It would be useful as well to affirm at this point that the road back into victim consciousness and fear has now been transmuted into divine light, so it no longer exists. So you cannot go backwards. Let's bring an expanded vibration of the divine to our hearts. Focus or allow your attention to go to your thymus gland. This is in the middle of your chest, above the area where your physical heart is. This is your true heart chakra. The tricksters will tell you that your heart chakra is where your physical heart is. They will try and trick you into all kinds of disempowerment, like the idea that love is painful. See the representations on these things the Valentine's card. An arrow through the heart with a message, I love you. This is programming to make you believe on a subconscious level that love is painful, that love is hard. It isn't. Love is the easiest thing in the world if you allow it to be you, or you allow yourself to be it. Living in the energy of divine love is simple. It's no struggle. It is just a process of being. So see your heart as a crystalline palace of divine love. These crystals could be all the precious gemstones, all the semi-precious gemstones, quartz crystals, amethysts, citrines, smoky quartz, the diamonds, the rubies, the aquamarines, the whole of the gemstone and mineral kingdom, all vibrating with this divine light and this divine love. See it as a palace of love. This palace can be of any form you choose. It continues to vibrate faster, to radiate more light, to radiate more love. And this divine light and this divine love starts to flow into every molecule of your cellular structure in the physical. It flows into the subatomic particles. It transmutes the electrons and protons into superelectrons and microtrons. It transforms even the wave particles that form the matter in this reality. These quark particles that appear and disappear into other dimensional realities and other places in time and space. This divine love is reconfiguring all the programming of fear. Please understand that also often you bring this fear from other lifetimes. Other lifetimes in places in time and space. Understand, please, there is no such thing as past lives. You are everything you've ever been, now in this moment. The past and the future don't exist, only the split second in which you can truly live. And many have this energy of fear, or the memories of fear, programmed in their cellular structure, their molecular structure. Fear of their own selves, fear of their own power, fear of their own glory. For at one stage in time and space, you may have misused your power. You may have used it not for the benefit of Mother, Father, Source. So now you are afraid of realizing once again that at the perfection of the Creator that you truly are in any moment for the whole of creation. This divine love configures, transmutes, and the divine love moves out into your etheric matrix, into your etheric body, into your aura, removing all these traces of self-disempowerment, removing these traces of I can't, it's too hard, I can't, it's too difficult, I can't do it because I'm a victim. This is all transmuting into love in accordance with divine will. Your true beauty is manifesting, once again without being hidden behind this veil of fear. Let us move on. Let us move on to the physical body chakra system and the few chakras outside the physical body that we are concerned with at this time. We will start with the 12th chakra. This is in the seemingly empty space above your head. We'd like your attention now to move to your 12th chakra. Of course, we understand that you may not know where it is. So we say, just allow your attention to move into this seemingly empty space, and with permission from your I Am Presence, in accordance with divine will, we will start to activate and harmonize and balance this chakra with the divine love. And you will maybe be able to perceive something moving there, or some sensation. So we activate the 12 chakras now. So we activate. We bring the divine harmony and the divine balance with this love and this light. Just transmuting everything in accordance with divine will and the will of your I Am Presence. Just balancing, harmonizing, and bringing a situation into this chakra that you may receive a full and open radiation of the divine love of Source. And very easily we bring it to the 11th chakra. Again, in association with divine will, in accordance with the will of your I Am Presence, we just bring the divine light and the divine love, transmuting all that is not love into this energy of freedom. The 10th chakra, again, harmonizing, clearing, balancing, activating. The divine light burning bright. The divine love that is the source of creation, flowing in a smooth and harmonious way. And to the 9th chakra, again clearing, harmonizing, balancing, transmuting all that is not this divine love with ease and grace. No struggle, just allow, allow, allow. And 8. Again. Very easily and simply, in accordance with the divine will and the will of your own I Am. The harmonizing, the balancing, the transmuting. Now, to the 7th chakra. This is in the physical body, at the top of the head towards the back. It is not directly on top of your head. You may feel some sensation, some heat, some cold, just something. Well, don't worry if you can't feel it. Don't struggle with it, but just allow your attention to go there, this chakra, The seventh chakra, the 1,000-petal lotus. Just see, feel, allow, imagine this 1,000-petal lotus opening. Opening, opening, opening. Just like the lotus which opens to greet the morning sun. And as the lotus opens, it's just like the lotus that opens to greet the morning sun. It greets the energy of divine love, the compassion of Source, and welcomes this energy. This energy is the source of life, the source of being. So in harmony and balance and divine will, crown chakra, clearing, harmonizing and balancing. So let us move to the third eye. This is in the middle of your forehead, above the bridge of your nose. This is the seat of your clairvoyance and your clairaudience. This is how you can communicate easily, multidimensionally. How you can project your consciousness easily and smoothly. I would ask you to turn your eyes inwards and also to turn them upwards towards the bridge of your nose. Don't struggle with it, be easy. If you turn them inwards too far, too hard, and turn them upwards too far, sometimes your eyes can hurt because they're not used to being in this position. So the idea is not to hurt them, but just to put your focus upwards. This aids the activation of the third eye. Some people ask, what is the secret? Or how can I gain the gift of clairvoyance? There is no secret to clairvoyance, there's no gift either. It is yours as a birthright if you allow this chakra to open with harmony and balance. We bring the divine light here, harmonizing, clearing and balancing. At this stage you could make an affirmation. I am willing now to use my third eye for the benefit of humanity. I am that I am. So we clear with the divine light and we activate in accordance with the will of your I Am Presence. Just hold your focus here with these turned up eyes. Maybe you can perceive some pressure, some movement, maybe some heat, maybe some cold, maybe some tingling. This is usual. It shows that the activation and the clearing is taking place. If you can't feel it, don't struggle. Just know that when you allow, all happens. Let us move to the throat. Well, here many people have difficulty in speaking their truth, again, through constrictions in this throat chakra. Sometimes self-created implants. We'll bring the divine light here and the divine love. And your affirmation here will be, I will use my voice to speak of divine love, of life without judgment, about life being lived in the essence of freedom, the essence of sharing, the essence of mutual support. And some may find it useful here to affirm that you will cease disempowerment through the spoken word. Remember, in the Bible it says, in the beginning there was the Word. In the Rig Veda it says, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was Om, the sound of creation. All the information is there to show you as a human being that you create through the spoken word, that everything was created through the spoken word. So now is the time to decide that your creation will be a creation of harmony and balance, a creation of empowerment of self and empowerment of others in this divine love and freedom. So we bring this divine love and this divine light into the throat chakra, harmonizing, balancing. But some people may find it necessary here to cough or clear your throat. And of course, feel free. It will be just moving things. And now to the crystalline palace of love. Here, this true heart chakra, known by many as the higher heart chakra. It is only known as the higher heart chakra because it is above the physical heart. It is not because it is more cosmic or more holy. So we prefer to use the phrase the true heart chakra. It is here your thymus gland, the gland which governs how you live and how you die through hormonal secretions. It is true that if you're over the age of around 25, this gland has stopped producing life hormones and is slowly starting to produce death hormones. If you're over this age, it is possible that you've lost your ability to love, lost the ability to love yourself without judgment and conditions. For please understand that you cannot love anything, you cannot love another truly in the essence of this energy without conditions, unless you love yourself without conditions and judgment. So first of all, we will activate the thymus gland and the true heart chakra, so that it may again start to produce the life hormones. You could make an affirmation here if you choose. I am now youthing and getting younger every day. I am that I am. This will trigger this gland, will wake it up. It will make it easier for you to integrate this divine love. See the crystalline palace of love vibrating, vibrating, vibrating. Expanding, expanding, becoming bigger, becoming bigger, becoming bigger. And the heart opens, the heart opens, the heart opens. Here the affirmation is, I am divine love. I am that I am. Notice there is no I am ready for divine love. These affirmations imply that you have been blocking and not accepting. The affirmation is, I am divine love. I am that I am. And allow this love to flow from your heart and touch the hearts of all beings within the universe, not only upon this planet Earth that you call home at this time. Allow your heart to go and touch the hearts of all. And it is the free choice of others whether they choose to receive this love. Just give without conditions, so all may receive if they wish. Let's move to the solar plexus, the seat of the emotions. Now is the time to examine the way that you relate to your version of reality. For all are relating to their own version of reality. Yes, it is true, there is a collective consensus on a collective reality in the third dimension, but all relate to it from their own perspective. Do you interact with reality from your emotions? Are you continuously triggered and stimulated by your emotions? Are the responses that you give to the world, are the responses that you make from external stimulus based on emotion or love? Are they based on jealousy, judgment, disempowerment? Or are they from the angle of divine love and allowance and the understanding that all is perfect in creation? Think about it. If you react through emotion, you're not free. You are, shall we say, really at the mercy of everything. How easy is it to trigger you into fear? How easy is it to disempower you? How easy is it to throw you into confusion? Or how easy is it to throw you into denial of your personal glory, your personal power and perfection? We will give a few moments so you may look into this. Now would be a good time to make some kind of decision on how to proceed and how to create the present outside the world of emotion and programmed responses. useful affirmation here is, I am standing in my power. Through love, I am that I am. So the divine light flows in, the divine love, in association with divine will and the will of your I am presence. And we move downwards through the chakra system to your second chakra. What do you have here? What do you have here? Is it more fear? Is it confusion? Anger? Anger towards the self? Anger towards source? Anger towards others? Just allow the divine light and the divine love to flow through this chakra, again harmonizing and balancing. I let go, I am that I am. And as you let go, you let God. The energy which will aid you in the understanding that really God is in charge of everything. And again, the realization of the perfection of creation. So allow the freedom to flow. And the freedom starts to flow into the base chakra. Again, what have you here? Confusion, anger, issues with sexuality, issues with the opposite sex, disempowerment, the memories of all the things that happened to you. Again, time to let go, divine light flowing in here, clearing, harmonizing and balancing. And the energy flowing from your 12th chakra through the physical chakras, down through to the base chakra or the first chakra. And then we take the energy to the earth star, the chakra below your feet, the chakra which keeps you attached to Mother Earth. Many people have difficulty in keeping this chakra open, or keeping it in harmony and balance, so they're floating around in space, they're not grounded. They think they're spiritual, but they're escapists, attempting to escape human life and that great gift that is human life. You can never become enlightened or ascend without being firmly present on the planet. So we activate Earth Star, activate. So now the energy flowing from the heart of the divine source into the heart of Mother Earth. You're an open and radiant channel for this divine light without having to work, or without having to indulge in the illusion of work, or the illusion that you have to do something. You don't have to do anything. You just need to be Be what? Be the love. Be the light. In harmony and balance. No judgment. So finally I call upon the energy of the Mahatma. The Mahatma energy is divine love flowing from Mother, Father, Source. This energy is silver, gold and violet in colour. It is the pure essence of divine love. And with permission from your I Am presence, we will aid you in the integration of this Mahatma energy, again to harmonize, clear and balance. The affirmation here is, I am that I am the Mahatma in love. You can use this affirmation anytime. It opens the heart. Nobody has resistance to the Mahatma energy. It is clear, pure and true. Cannot be used for control. It cannot be misused for disempowerment. It is the pure essence of love. I am that I am, the Mahatma in love. We take all these clearances and activations throughout all the multidimensional bodies. For remember, you're a multidimensional being. And you are connected with your multidimensional bodies. They are you. Don't continue in the illusion that they're somewhere outside of yourself. That they're somewhere up in the sky. Or something like this. The human body, or that human piece of you, is just a piece of a much broader and wider being. You are present throughout 12 dimensions. You are living, existing, doing things in all these dimensional realities. Let us take all these activations and clearances through all the multidimensional bodies. Understand that other dimensional realities are not high in the sky. That all dimensional realities exist simultaneously in every single point in time and space. So learn to connect with a single point in time and space, and you will become multidimensionally aware. So with this, we will say, that we hope that you have found this useful. And again, that you will choose to take the first step on the journey into freedom. For it is beyond the understanding of the conscious mind to know what is in front of you. You are on the journey to become a source of creation yourself, a source of universes, a source of beings. Can you imagine that that is your destination? Take the step be free, and be the love that you are. God bless.